And we're back in the next episode of Hero Comics Best and the Worst. Well, Best and the Worst. This is the Best and the Worst of As Told by Ginger, The Wedding Frame, which is a three-part featurette, which is also probably the last episode. Of As Told by Ginger, which is actually a pretty fun show. As Told by Ginger itself is a pretty fun show, pretty cool show. That came at the tail end of these this string of shows, that were about the children of divorced parents. Some people wanted to, by far, out of all of those shows, this one is one of the most genuine and emotional, in my opinion, and actually pretty fun. Pepper Ann's pretty good too. They mostly stayed light. This guy, Ginger kind of got a little heavy every now and then. It was pretty awesome. Anyway, though, talk about this episode here, or these episodes here. Anyway, best thing about it is, how they continue. This thing continues. Everything, the best thing about it would be the emotion. The depth continues and comes to a head on here, because basically you got, everything. Ginger is, going like, okay, does mom not like, what does dad think about this? What are we gonna do? What if this doesn't work? She's thinking about all this stuff. The mom's trying to help her out, and she's thinking, of course, has her own worries and everything. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff. Lots of different things happen. It's pretty cool stuff. There's a comeuppance for Courtney Griffling, who is not actually a bad person. No. That guy kind of sucks. I feel sorry for her. She's not actually a person. Some of her friends are, but she's pretty oblivious. But basically, she definitely. Oh, there's going to be spoilers in this review, just to tell you. Definitely, they lose all. Their dad is. Courtney and Blake Grifling's dad is arrested for insider trading, so they lose all their money. And so basically, it's not cool. It's not cool at all. So, but they Ginger and her little brother, I forgot his name exactly, do help, at least give comfort to them, in their time of need. It's pretty cool to see how that works, what true friendship is, even though that, her little brother and Blake Griffling have been kind of enemies, have been pretty much enemies for a while, but still, it's like, I can't take a man when he's down, he's cool, he's honorable. Anyway, the best thing, the characters, the story, the characters, they're amazing, they're wonderful, I like them all, I like them a lot, they're great. Worst, I got two big, not nitpicks, issues with these two things, these movies, these episodes, and basically they'll be what happened to Nikki Laporte, what happened to her. Okay, that'll be the biggest one. Now, basically, let's talk about what's going on in this episode. Anyway, in this episode, as I was going to talk about, Ginger's mom is getting married. Now, she's found this cool guy. He gets along with her, gets along with the kids, unlike the trailer park guy in some of the episodes before. And they're trying to get married. Surprise, surprise. His mother doesn't want that to happen. But she's the evil mastermind behind all these plots to try and stop them from getting married. So she basically tries to mess with their honeymoon, make it so that they go to Pittsburgh instead of Tahiti or something. Basically got Ginger's mom Lois basically stuffed with cake that she couldn't, she basically passed out, so they could plant evidence and do all kinds of other stuff to try, she could, plant evidence, do all kinds of stuff to try to discredit her and whatever. But the biggest and most important part of this whole scheme was sending another woman in to basically lure her son away from from Ginger's mom, okay? That was Nikki Laporte. She pretended to be an old sweetheart and was hanging out with her, but at the end, as I said, spoilers are gonna be in this thing. It was found out she was a man. Okay, this is an issue right here. This is my biggest issue of the whole entire story. And it was a joke. It was definitely kind of made as a joke, but it's a joke on top of a joke. But still, it's not cool. Not cool. What the heck are you eating? Never mind. Anyway, it's not cool. I'm a cat. Anyway. This is not cool, and I'm not saying that just because they are hanging. I wanted Nikki to end up with the trailer park guy. it's not that just that. It's because it's like, okay, you're the evil mastermind who is trying. If you're the evil mastermind who is trying to get your son to not marry this woman, another one woman, to go for another woman instead. Wouldn't it be wise to use an actual woman? I'm sorry. What if he felt head over heels for this girl? It's like, hey, your mom, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. This, I don't want to be with her. I want to be with this girl here. So let's go. Yeah, let's get married here. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But I'm sorry. I don't buy it. I don't buy it because it's so messed up. I think the first hug would be like, well, wait a second, wow. What the heck was that? Hold on a second. Wow. I'm sorry. You're not my old high school sweetheart. She was a woman. So bad. I know. I just imagine that basically she after all the reveal of what's going on, the plot against the wedding, the plot, Nicky Laporte as a man, quote unquote. I bet I just think that while during the off-screen time, between when Ginger stopped talking about this, stopped talking, basically stopped reading from her diary, during that off-screen time. Between the end of the wedding and the off-screen diary time, I suspect that Nicky Laporte, who is really a woman, went to the trailer park guy's house, right? Knocked on his door. He opened it. It's like, what they saw was her. It's like, you. Started to slam it. She's like, trying to stop it from being slammed. Like, well, listen, just hear me out here. It's like, oh, what do you want? You seduced me, and you were like a man and everything. It's like, no, I am really a woman. It's like, what? Yeah, right. Oh, what about your hair and your voice? It's like, well, the hair is easy. I'm a brunette. I tried to bleach my hair blonde, and it all fell out and starting to grow back. And as for my voice, I used to smoke a carton a day or whatever. A carton a day of cigarettes. I just love that stuff. Then I realized it was all kinds of crap it was doing. So I'm trying to stop. I'm trying to quit right now. Because of all this crazy stuff. But the damage has been done. So man, he's like, then they maybe just hang out a bit. She'd apologized for, sort of leading him, or whatever, and they may actually end up together. I thought that if she ended up with this dude, it would be like some sort of a Justice Earth-ish / better than what would happen otherwise ending for her, because basically she'd have to deal with them kids, but she'd have someone who genuinely actually cared about her and wanted to be with her and stuff like that, and, seeing something was going on. And I liked it better when she was voiced by the awesome lady comedian who was the evil stepmother in that one retelling of Cinderella on was it Disney Channel or something? I don't know. But I like that. I like that. But then it's like they just ruined that with that. That was like the biggest thing, And then the second biggest thing would have to be the relationship between Ginger and Darren. Now, I liked their relationship a lot. But the issue is at the point of the wedding, they had a huge falling out. There was some weird stuff going on, probably by some of Courtney Grifling's friends, created by some of Courtney Grifling's friends, and they had broken up basically. And so basically, they were with other people, okay, in that wedding, which was like the last scene from the diary she was reading. After she finished reading diary, that's the end of that. She's like, that's the end of that. We lived happily ever after, something like that. And she was saying this. There's a pan. The camera pans past everyone, and now they're all grown up and everything. And you see Darren there with a redheaded baby, and I'm like, okay, how did this happen? They didn't make up. There was no making up. They were hanging out at the church. Darren had a girl, and she was with some dude I didn't really care about. So I'm like, okay, when did they get back together? Why didn't you sell this? Like, come on, guys, this is terrible. This is crazy. Those were two big issues out of the awesomeness that is this 3-part featurette thing. So I'm saying still, it's really awesome, really amazing, really wonderful. I say go see it. One of the best shows ever. Thank you, people who ever made it. You guys are great. Thank you, Nickelodeon, for bringing it to us. You guys are awesome. Definitely. So that's basically the issue. Best, the awesome story and characters for the most part. And the worst, that have to be certain weird things that happen in the story as jokes. and or off screen for some reason. So that would be the best and worst of Ginger. That's all by Ginger. The way Praying Mantis, all by Ginger in general.